do what they could not do 2 weeks ago, which is beat Taysom Hill. Meanwhile, you got 7 early games, 4 late in the afternoon. The Raiders trying to bounce back after laying that Atlanta egg, taking on the Jets. 4 games in the afternoon, including the Rams and the Cardinals. Huge game in the NFC West as well as the NFC playoff picture. The Patriots in Los Angeles for the first of 2. They'll kick off Week 14 right here on NFL Network against the Rams. But we've got a Week 13, Week Baker's dozen to get to. Welcome to NFL Game Day Morning, presented by Lowe's. We put the home and home team, Rich Eisen and Steve Mariucci, my Hall of Famer at the end of the set, Michael Irvin, next to a man who we're thrilled to see back here in studio in living color. Good to see you, Kurt.
Good to be back, that's for sure.
Yes, you are. And it's good to see you here as opposed to at home in living color. What color?
That's good.
People are talking about their purple rain outfit. Countless 80s children wait in line to stand in front of Kurt's jacket for their school portrait.
Your face has been etched in the corner of my mind. I'm sick of seeing you.
Every once in a while, you got to pull something out of the closet.
Put it back.
I'm sick of seeing you.
Is Kurt auditioning to be the next Professor Plot? Why does Kurt Warner look like a mediocre Batman villain?
But I know that in time, your image will come back.
JCP, jacket-changing play.
JCP.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I thought those things were only supposed to live for 1 week. 1 week.
They can live forever.
No, I mean, you know, your books live forever, Kurt. I mean, you know, it just goes from week to week.
Is that really you?
So I guess we didn't see this. most likely to wear same purple jacket into adulthood is what you had back in the day. What do you got for Mooch? Mooch was most likely to cut Kurt Warner in the NFL. James Harrison most likely to pick. Oh boy, we're really just going to keep. We're really just going to keep doing that.
Oh, ouch! Quit picking on Kurt, everybody.
Ouch. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. So good to be back.
We are pushing Kurt Warner's
That's how they do it.
Limit to the whole, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Let's go to Sunday's storyline. Actually, it's week 13 storylines because we've got 2 on Monday and 1 on Tuesday. And we have, again, 7 early, 4 late, 1 Sunday night on NBC between Chiefs and Broncos. Which one is on your radar screen, Steve?
Well, Rich, we have a transfer of power wattage. All right. You know what? The Steelers are undefeated, right? They're pursuing perfection. Well, I want to focus just on that defense because the guy named T.J. Watt leads the league with 11 sacks, 33 quarterback hits. He's on pace for 16 and 48. And you know what? Those numbers, they were only hit twice in the history of our league by his older brother, J.J. Watt. And both of the times he did it, he was a Defensive Player of the Year. We'll see if T.J. Watt can keep this up, and maybe he, too, will be the Defensive Player of the Year.
Kurt?
I like it. He's playing good football. And for me, it's the self-proclaimed Warner Bowl. It's Rams, Cardinals, huge NFC West battle, and 2 teams that have just kind of been inconsistent lately. The Rams 2-2 in their last 4. The Cardinals 1-3. We know both of these teams are fighting for a playoff spot, and since Sean McVay's been there, it's really been all Rams, no Cardinals. Got my eye on both of these young quarterbacks that have struggled in certain areas. Mooch and I are going to put him in Warner's corner a little bit later, but can't wait to watch the Warner Bowl today.
He dropped it twice, and nobody said a word. The self-proclaimed Warner Bowl.
Self-proclaimed.
And then he said the Warner Bowl today. And nobody said, if I had done something like that, oh my God, Michael, you promoting yourself again? I'm
Some
just
of us only do it every once in a while. We don't do it every time we speak, so we can get away with it.
And then the one time you do it, you drop a 2-timer in there. Okay, so that really counts 2, not just 1. But we know as we go to the final quarter of the season, guys, we always hear you want to be playing your best football. You want to be playing your best football. And the Baltimore Ravens, who are playing my Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys. We're playing my Dallas Cowboys on Tuesday, are in a must-win situation. Can you imagine? Think about this. 2020 has been a trying year for a lot of people, a lot of us, but certainly for the Baltimore Ravens. They were 14-2 last year. Right now, they sit at 6-5. Number 1 seed last year. Right now, you're not even in the playoffs. You have to win out, and they can win out. And we'll talk about all of that through the rest of the show, but this is a must-win.
Hold on. Am I reading between the... Are you saying the Dallas Cowboys are the get-right game For the Ravens?
Yeah.
Just say it, Irvin.
I didn't say
Cowboys
that.
are the get-right game.
He just said that.
We didn't say that, did we, buddy? No, we didn't say that. We didn't say that. We're just saying.
The Cowboys have become the get-right game in the NFL.
Cowboys today.
I heard it.
Oh, man. Wow, Irv.
You did not hear
That's how we start Week 13.
Week 13, which I can't believe it's week Baker's dozen, and the Browns are 8-3. Taking on an 8-3 Titans team. Oof. The reason why it's a must-win game in your get-right game for the Ravens is because they're looking up at the team that they boat raced in Week 1. The Browns have won 8 of 10 since losing that Week 1 game in Baltimore, who they have in a couple weeks. It's a big game for the Cleveland Browns today to get Myles Garrett back. We'll be talking about that game because it is one of the 7 early games we're taking you to kick off 2 in Week 13, but it's time to get ready for game day presented by Gillette, and Stacey Dales kicks it all off in chilly Green Bay. Take it away, Stacey.
Not too bad today here, Rich. Good morning. Listen, Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers is 8-4 all-time against coordinator Jim Schwartz with these Eagles. 7-1 against him when he was the head coach of the Lions. But think about this, 1-3 against Schwartz, specifically as a defensive coordinator. Always a good chess match. Should be just in the mid-30s here in Green Bay for kickoff. Right now we go to Nashville. Jane Slater, take it away.
Hey, Stacey. Well, we got about the same temperatures here in Nashville overnight. This Browns-Titans game, a good old-fashioned one. 2 teams featuring strong run games, and as Rich said earlier, both sitting at 8-3. So as the fog lifts in the playoff picture in the AFC, the fog behind me here at Nissan Stadium expected to lift here in about 45 minutes. Now to James Palmer in Atlanta.
Well, thanks, Jane. For the first time in the Sean Payton era, the Saints have the #1 ranked defense in the NFL. But good news for Matt Ryan. Both Todd Gurley and Julio Jones, both questionable, both expected to play. Matt Ryan has been a completely different quarterback this year with Julio Jones in the lineup. Now let's go to Kim Jones in East Rutherford.
Well, good morning, James. You know, a week ago, John Gruden apologized to Raider Nation after losing to the Atlanta Falcons. He does not want to be apologizing today after this game against the winless Jets. Now to Tom Pelissero in Minneapolis.
Kim, the Vikings have sleepwalked against a couple bad teams in this empty stadium this season. So what was Mike Zimmer's message with the 1-10 Jaguars in town? Wide receiver Adam Thielen told me Zimmer made clear, this is a huge game for us to have any chance of going where we want to go. Get your butts ready. Here's Ian Rappaport.
Well, Tom, let's turn our attention to a couple of games that are not today. First of all, the Baltimore Ravens have slowly gotten the band back together after a serious bout with COVID-19. Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins off the COVID-19 list. Calais Campbell back at practice. I am told the team expects starting quarterback Lamar Jackson, who's eligible to come off the COVID-19 list. They expect him to come off and be ready to start on Tuesday. Would be a huge, huge boost for this offense. Meanwhile, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger has not yet practiced this week. He is not going to. I have not, though, sensed concern for Roethlisberger, who is listed with a knee injury. The team does, in fact, Rich, expect him to start.
Okay, Ian, thank you very much. 2 very important pieces of information for games that are going to be played on Monday and Tuesday. Clyde Edwards-Helaire expected to be a game-time decision tonight, and Julio Jones and Allen Robinson II are both expected to be in there, which means, hey, Allen Robinson II could actually take to Twitter later on tonight to complain about the offense.
I love Allen.
Which is what he's been doing, perhaps more than the Bears have been winning over the last month. This season, home's never been more important as this year as always. Please take to social media, although not like Allen Robinson, but like yourselves, getting ready for game day, and use the hashtag of Lowe's HomeCam, like Eric E. Letourneau is doing right here. Right back at you, Eric. Go Pats, who again are out here in Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. Lowe's is making the holidays a little brighter this year by donating $1 million worth of pre-lit Christmas trees to families and organizations impacted by this epidemic. They'll be partnering with NFL teams and players across the country to deliver more than 13,000 Christmas trees and spread joy and light one community at a time. Now, over the next few weeks, some of the Lowe's home team will be sending personalized video messages to organizations across the country, so follow along on Lowe's social channels throughout December. You know what? It just hit me when I just heard the number of Christmas trees involved right there. This is why Kurt mentioned the Warner Bowl not once but twice, Irv. Kurt, what